Hey guys, it's Jovi and welcome back to my channel. Now listen, I really didn't want to make this video. This whole story dropped about ASAP Rocky when I was away, and I was like but I was hoping that I wouldn't even have to make it, but as chances have it, things are getting a little hectic for Mr. Rocky, okay, Mr. Shading Black ladies, and I just wanted to make this video to give y'all my opinion, catch y'all up to what's been going on, and give you my opinion and if we should even care. Now before we begin and I get in on the go in, because you know this sort of topic I'm about to get in on the go in, please don't forget to like this video now, like it later, just like the video because you know it's gonna be dope. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, JoviBeauty, subscribe and hit the bell notification. It's in one of these corners, I can't ever remember where, so you'll know when I drop a new video or when I'm about to go live. We do daily lives, FYI. And please don't forget to follow me on my other social media platforms. And that's it. So now let's get on to this ASAP Rocky foolishness. So listen, y'all know I love to read an article. So let me tell y'all about what's been going on in Sweden, child. Let me tell you what's been going on in Sweden. So these two articles I'm about to read y'all just real fast, not even a whole article, are from TMZ, right? So ASAP Rocky attacker will not be charged. Now if you did not see the video, I know you all saw the video. Him and his bodyguard were basically walking somewhere in Sweden, and these I don't know if they were drunk, but these white guys were basically like messing with them, trying to, I guess, get hit, do something so they can sue, because you know everybody trying to sue now, child. So the guy, one of the Caucasian guys who was harassing them, one of the Swedish nationals, whatever, citizens, threw headphones and all of that at the bodyguard's head. It was crazy. You know, it got really hectic. ASAP trying to walk away because he know he black, right? He know he black. He black when it suits him, child. But he know he black, so now he's trying to keep the situation from going extra left, because it's already left. It's already left. And it went left. He was arrested. The other guys who started the fight, the Caucasian men, were not arrested. Now, a part of me didn't really care, because I'm like, okay, you know, a rapper, you're in another country, you should know better. Don't be in other countries starting shit. We're not these Caucasian Americans. We are black, okay? Black people across the world are persecuted just for our skin color. They don't care how much money you have. They don't care who you are. Matter of fact, if you're rich, it makes it worse, because now they want to bring your Negro ass down to where they think you belong, right? But should we care? I don't know, because this is the same guy who was making a whole bunch of shady comments towards black women, you know, saying, you know, he's not marching when the whole Black Lives Matter thing was going on. He did not want to be involved. It did not associate with him. But now we all, as a nation of, you know, the nation of black people over here in America and across the world, should be standing with him. This shit is crazy, okay? I wonder if his rapper friends who feel the way he feel are gonna stand with him. But then I also understand that he's young and you have to go through things to learn through things. You know, I recognize that when you're young, because when I was young, I really didn't think about things the way that I think about them now. You know, we all knew it was some shit, but you grow into learning these things. It's one thing to hear about Martin Luther King and these people on TV. It's another thing, or Eric Garner or whatever. It's one thing to hear about it. It's a whole other thing to experience it. So him and people like Travis Scott, I feel like experience will show them eventually who they black ass really is, and how the world feel about they black ass, and how much money you have doesn't never and will never, and how much white women you pipe will never ever change the way they feel about you. Matter of fact, the more white women you pipe, the more they're looking to come after you. Ask OJ. Not to say the y'all know what I mean. Anyway, let's get to the articles. So the man who attacked ASAP Rocky's crew will not be prosecuted for any crimes. Of course he won't. He's Caucasian. Of course, it's Sweden. Despite the fact that he incited the violence and persisted in harassing the rapper before ASAP Rocky finally snapped. Swedish prosecutors just said they believe the guy who harassed Rocky attacked his bodyguard in self-defense because, you know, even though there's a tape, okay, even though there's a recording, the white man's word will always outdo yours. You're gonna learn a lesson, but all of y'all who think that playing that colorblind stuff is gonna save you, it's not. It's not, because we can play as colorblind as we want. They'll never be colorblind, okay? Never, and it's fine. But we need to understand who we are and what we can and cannot do without these people trying to come for us and kill us. But okay, he been in jail like 3 weeks now. This shit's crazy. Anyway, Swedish prosecutors just said, I read this, they believe the guy who harassed Rocky attacked his bodyguard in self-defense after being pushed and lifted by the neck. The initial video does not show anyone getting physical with the guy, but prosecutors have drawn that conclusion, again, because he's white. To the contrary, you hear Rocky in the first video trying to defuse the situation, saying no one wants to go to jail, but his ass in jail. Nevertheless, prosecutors say the guy was acting in self-defense when he hurled his headphone at Rocky's bodyguard, cutting his head. Here's the bizarre part. The bodyguard has already been cleared by Swedish authorities. So on the one hand, the bodyguard acted improperly, and on the other, he incited the violence and caused the other guys to act in self-defense. In other words, it doesn't make sense. Make it make sense. But we know why it doesn't make sense. But should we care? But we know why it doesn't make sense. Then y'all ask me why I like to vacation in black countries. Why, when I go overseas, I hit Europe here and there for a moment, and I take my ass somewhere in Africa. Then you want to know why. We are not safe in any white spaces. I keep telling y'all gonna learn today. The man was never taken into custody during the investigation, despite the fact that Rocky was arrested a day after the incident and remains in jail for 2.5 weeks later. No charges have been filed. It's clear Rocky will be prosecuted with aggravated assault. Prosecutors mistakenly said as much last week. If convicted, he faces 6 years in a Swedish prison, y'all. The Swedish justice system is apparently an immovable source because the Prime Minister has essentially told Trump and the State Department to butt out. And you got a trash president who couldn't even like comb over his own hair, let alone, he wouldn't even care to get a black rapper out of jail. No matter how much white women he wouldn't even care. No matter how much you did not protest when things was going extra hectic. He still don't care. Bowing down and trying to chuck and jive and play along is never gonna help us, but y'all gonna learn today. Formal charges are expected Thursday. Up to now, prosecutors and the judge justified the detention by saying Rocky is a flight risk, like they can't take his passport. Anyway, it would seem he will continue to be held after Thursday, says authorities. Wow. Now let's get to the other one. This one says, ASAP Rocky won't make race an issue in Swedish assault case. ASAP Rocky is young and dumb. Young and dumb. Oh my gosh. ASAP Rocky says race is no issue in his arrest or detention. TMZ has learned. But the reality is he has to say that. And this is a white publication. TMZ is a white publication. Like, when are we as black people going to force ourselves to stop being so blind to what the hell is going on in this world? Forget just this country, this world. Okay, listen, there's certainly plenty of smoke. As we reported, G-Eazy, a white rapper, was arrested in Sweden for assault and cocaine possession, yet he only spent a day and a half in jail, pled guilty, coughed up $9,000, and he was on his merry way. ASAP's been in jail going on 3 weeks, and he hasn't even been charged. And when that happens, it will be for aggravated assault, an assault that was provoked by the alleged victim. Do you hear? Listen, they said, that said, our Rocky ASAP source says he has made it clear in all his contacts with him he doesn't think he's being held because he's black. That consistently has been his story, and he is consistently retarded. That sounds like when O.J. Simpson was out here talking about, well, I ain't black, I'm O.J. Money, listen, let me tell you something. Green doesn't negate your race. No matter how much billions Jay-Z has, he's still a nigga to a kook. Okay? Now, how much money Oprah Winfrey had, they still followed her around and tried to accuse her of stealing in Bergdorf's a couple years ago. Let's stop playing these games. The minute you stop playing these games and just live in reality, the minute your life will be better. If he called a spade for what it is, the Swedish authorities would probably be like, oh, call the spade. But should we care? I still don't know. Here's the reality. If ASAP or his team did suggest he's being held because he's a black rapper, they would be held to pay with the prosecutor and probably the judge as well. We've spoken with Swedish embassy and other officials, and they're abundant. They do not discriminate. If foreigners suggest otherwise in court, our sources says it would be a disaster. It's fucked up. Fucked up. I hear you. Okay, so that's why he can't say it. White people don't like when you call them on their white stuff. That's what I'm hearing. White people don't like when you call them on their white behavior. Okay? Okay. We're told ASAP will be charged and will then be facing 6 years in prison. The best defense they got is provocation by the alleged victim. One thing clear by now, all the work the State Department and President have done trying to lobby Swedish officials has not worked. In fact, it's kind of made it worse, in my opinion. It may be counterproductive because prosecutors may not like what they consider intimidation, and the Prime Minister is siding with them. Like listen. We know what it is. White people in this country don't like to be called out for their racism. You think white people in a place like Sweden want to be called out for their shit? No. But again, that's why you won't catch my black ass in Sweden. I'm not doing it. I don't want no parts of it. Caucasian people around the world have free reign to attack us because we're black, but we cannot say so because then it means we're being racist. Listen, I'm done. Should we care? I'm still trying to figure it out. I don't know if I do, but you might want to, and that's cool. I'm just letting you know what the story is and giving my 2 cents and my 2 opinions, and I'm done. And as always, I hope you live your life like it's golden. There's no other way to live it.